This video is divided into 3 different parts. The first part, we will delve into the Edward Bronstein case, more specifically the arrest, what led up to his arrest, and what happened after. The second part, we will watch the police video cam. It shows what happens after they get to the station. And there's a warning. The video shows Edward Bronstein's final moments, and therefore it's not suitable for children. In the third part, we will be discussing the theories as to why the RN was indicted with the 7 CHP officers. Many will be from the civil lawsuits. So let's get started. So part 1, the Edward Bronstein case. The early morning hours of March 31st, 2020, Edward Bronstein, a 39-year-old man, was pulled over while driving on Route 5 in Burbank, California. Officers Osmondson and Terry, they were Los Angeles CHP officers, that's California Highway Patrol, pulled Mr. Bronstein over when they observed him swerving over marked lanes. The officers suspected he was driving under the influence. During the traffic stop, Mr. Bronstein agreed to take a breathalyzer, which cleared him of being drunk. And at the time of his autopsy, his blood alcohol level was 0.072%. The officers believed then he must be under the influence of some drugs and needed his blood to be taken. So at which time Mr. Bronstein refused to have his blood drawn. His family stated that Mr. Bronstein was afraid of needles. So upon this refusal, the officers arrested him. The CHP officers of Minson and Terry took Mr. Bronstein to the nearest CHP station, which was located in Altadena, California. From there, they pulled into the garage. I'm not sure what that entails, what the garage is. I'm not a cop. If anybody out in the audience is a CHP officer, maybe you can explain what they mean by the garage. Is it a regular garage, or what is meant by that? So they obtained a warrant for the blood withdrawal. So Ari Dagholland, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I apologize if I'm butchering it. RN was sent to do the blood withdrawal. His employer was contracted with the city to do this type of stuff, the blood withdrawal and stuff like that. While in handcuffs, the officers, along with 5 other officers now, pinned Mr. Bronstein face down on his stomach as though he was fighting them off. In fact, before they pinned him down, Mr. Bronstein did agree to the blood withdrawal. However, an officer told him that it was too late. You'll hear that on the video on part 2 when we watch the video. You'll hear it. The video is kind of hard to watch. I'm going to have to tell you that. But let me finish this part and we'll get into the video. So while Nurse Bagholland was taking blood, Mr. Bronstein became unresponsive. He was kept on his stomach for another 6 minutes after he became unresponsive, and CPR was not started until 13 minutes after he became unresponsive. Mr. Bronstein never regained consciousness. He was pronounced dead later that day. The Los Angeles coroner's office concluded that Edward Bronstein died from an acute methamphetamine intoxication while being restrained by law enforcement. His death was deemed undetermined. In early May of 2023, the Bronstein family won the largest settlement in California history, which was $24 million. And on May 29, 2023, 7 CHP officers and 1 nurse, which was Ari Bagholin, were indicted for involuntary manslaughter. The CHP officers, I think, were also were indicted on assault. So comes to part 2, which is the video. And the video is, like I said, not suitable for children because it shows the final moments of Edward Bronstein's life. It is an 18-minute video. I will probably be speeding it up in the middle. I'll tell you when I am doing that because it kind of lulls in the middle. And I will point out the RN, Ari Bagholin, in the video. And just kind of watch what Nurse Bagholin is doing versus what the CHP officers are doing. Here is the video. It's unedited, like it says above. So let's watch this, okay? And I'll point out who Ari is. What happened?
Do it willingly, fine. I'll do it willingly.
Okay.
I'll do it willingly, dude. Come on.
Get a chair.
Shit, you're really gonna do this?
That was the last time. If you resist, if you even,
like this, what the hell is so fucking important about my blood?
it's a court order. It's a court order.
It's your choice.
Okay.
Here, do it willingly.
How serious is this?
This is serious.
Why? For officers to fucking force me to do this? Really?
You can just provide it and still say you don't consent. That's fine.
This is wrong. What is going on?
You're bringing the fight to this, not us.
I'm not fighting it at all.
Then have a seat and provide your arm. This is your last opportunity. Otherwise, you're going face down on the mat, and we're going to keep on going.
Just give it a minute, okay, please?
Okay.
Can't do it. I'll do it willingly, I told you. Please don't. Okay. I'll do it willingly. I'll do it willingly. I'll do it willingly. I promise. I'll do it willingly. Please. I'll do it willingly. I'll do it willingly. I promise you will. I'll do it willingly. I'll do it. 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 I promise. I promise. No. Don't do it like this.
Too late.
Don't do it like this. Too late.
You hear them saying, it's too late, it's too late. Whatever.
We're not even poking you yet. Nobody's doing anything. Dude, relax.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Just stop yelling.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't. Please help. I can't breathe. I'll do it willingly.
This
I'll do it willingly.
right here, I think is Ari.
Just relax
right
and
here.
stop resisting.
Let me breathe. Let me
Right
breathe.
here.
Let me breathe. Please.
Stop moving.
I can't breathe.
The more you move, the worse it's gonna be, bro.
If you didn't hear what I said right here, I think this is Ari.
I can't breathe. I can't. You pussy. Oh my God.
He's actually turning purple.
Are you gonna see it?
Relax,
Hey, are you gonna see it? Edward.
I think it's at this point that he's becoming unconscious. Sorry to keep on interrupting. See, there's Ari taking his pulse right there, checking on him.
What's that? Breathe, bro.
He doesn't seem to be able to get a pulse because he's checking his carotid right now.
Edward.
Wake him up.
Hey, wake up. Hey! What's up? Just breathe out. Take a breath now. Wake up. You got a syringe?
Sure you got a pulse on him.
Edward. Edward.
I might speed it up. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, okay? He does appear to be breathing. His chest is rising and falling. So
Edward.
Hold his head, lift his head up. Keep his airway open.
Hey, bud.
Edward.
So Ari right now is assessing him by listening to his lungs and listening to his heart rate.
Edward. Edward.
I'm just saying these things just in case you guys you can't see what he's doing.
Edward. Edward. Edward.
Yeah. Right by the car.
Hey, let's go. Edward.
Eyes are open. Is he having a Narcan? What's he on? Narcs? Okay. Did he have anything on him? Yeah, uncuff him. Watch his head. Anybody have oxygen? We don't have O2? Yeah, get a pocket mask at least in case you have to do CPR.
In case you have to do CPR, they should be doing CPR like, what, 5 minutes ago?
Edward, wake up. Is it?
Edward.
The part of it.
I don't know if this shows right.
That's his
on his finger.
blood pressure?
No. The pulse.
Edward. Hey, bud. Down, just run.
Is he breathing? He's got a pulse.
Once again, why aren't you doing CPR?
He's not breathing. He still needs rescue breaths. Get some air in him.
Hey, the fire number comes back right now. You not even know anymore?
He's ready.
We don't have O2 in the bag anymore.
Thank you, immediate. Michael, call back.
He's on work.
I just want to point out, because in the theories, we'll be getting into this. He does have a pulse ox on, even though he should have had CPR started like a a while back, and he should have been given oxygen a while back. Anyways, he is being monitored. That will come up within the different theory.
Get the AED out. Connect that sucker up.
Okay, my deck stand. Stay calm. Get responsiveness. Call for help. Attach these pass to patient's per chest.
That 7%.
Okay. So you saw that video. You tell me in the comments what you think. That kind of lays it all out, and it's kind of quite sad to watch that happen. And yeah, trained individuals there who should have known to start CPR way before they even did. I mean, they kept on slapping his face. They should have been doing CPR. But you tell me what you think. So our next part, and I'm just gonna leave it on the screen. Okay. So the next part, part 3, we'll delve into the different theories that people have. You saw it, and you can make up your mind what you believe. I know what I believe in, but I want to hear what you have to say. I don't. Okay. So the first theory is people have stated, since the nurse was there at the time of Edward's death, the nurse is also to blame. And even the civil lawsuit states that nurse Bag Holland did act within a scope of employment with the Vital Medical Services. That's who he was employed by. If he acted within the scope of his employment, it's believed that he also acted within his scope of practice. However, that's not what the statement was referring to. It's to establish a reason why the family can sue the employer. It's I always mess this word up, so my apologies. It's respondent superior, which is a legal doctrine that holds employers responsible for the actions of their employees while working. So that's what the civil lawsuit is doing when they make that statement. He acted within the scope of his employment. It's not referring that he acted within the scope of his practice, even though some people would believe that's what it meant. Second theory is he failed to intervene. Nurse Bag Holland should have intervened and stopped the officers from restraining Mr. Bronstein. Okay, so the nurse doesn't know the suspect, only what is told. He doesn't know whether Mr. Bronstein was violent or not, even though Mr. Bronstein was cooperative and did pass out during the blood withdrawal. But he doesn't know if he's being cooperative, or he doesn't know the situation as well as the cops do. So he might believe that they were pinning Mr. Bronstein down to protect Nurse Bag Holland. That is one of the theories that is out there. Another theory is it took too long for life-saving measures were attempted. It took 13 minutes before CPR was started. Can't disagree with the statement. I really can't. They did get eventually the O2. They eventually got the pulse ox. They eventually got the defib machine out. But I think that it might have been a little too late. Ari was assessing him, let's do his lungs, taking his pulse and pulse oximeter. The officers, they should have all started all that CPR way before. I mean, that was a long time in my opinion. the fourth theory is a failure to provide adequate medical care. Lawsuit states that the CHP officers forbade any medical treatment for Mr. Bronstein. Well, I mean, if that was true, that would include Nurse Beck Holland, and the video doesn't show that they were preventing it. They were waiting for his signal to do something instead of taking it upon themselves to do the CPR and stuff like that. So, yeah. And they also have like he failed to monitor. Well, he did said take his pulse throughout the blood draw. He did they eventually did get the pulse oximeter, and he did monitor him, but like I said before, it may have been a little too late at that time. So the sixth theory, the lawsuit stated that Nurse Beck Holland had a duty to Mr. Bronstein, which he did. Nurse Beck Holland breached that duty to Mr. Bronstein by failing to monitor and prevent his death. It should say by failing to adequately monitor him, because he did monitor him. It says that he didn't provide the necessary care like CPR and stuff like that when it needed to be done, or to initiate it, or tell the officers we need to start CPR, or we need to do rescue breaths. So he didn't initiate anything. And due to this breach, Mr. Bronstein sustained injuries that caused his death. Therefore, Nurse Beck Holland is criminally negligent. Now, that is in the civil lawsuit. That's what I read. And you can tell me what you think about that statement, whether you agree or disagree with what statement. And they also even said, I don't even know if I should even bring this up, but it's here. So I said, due to Nurse Beck Holland's inactions, like not intervening, he was guilty of using excessive force. He was signing off on it. Family believes that Nurse Beck Holland could have saved Mr. Bronstein's life if he wanted to. He was just indifferent to Mr. Bronstein's medical needs. So you've seen the video, you heard what led up to it. It was a very hard video for me to watch, and I'm sure it'd be a hard video for you guys to watch. But what say you? I mean, why was Nurse Beck Holland indicted for involuntary manslaughter? I think you have developed opinion what you think it is and believe it to be, and the lawsuit agrees, and the district attorney, but let me know in the comments, okay? And then until next time, I look forward to reading what you have to say in this matter, and then hopefully next week we will go over another case, if that's what you like. So see you later. Bye. Have a good day.